Have you ever wondered what it's really like to move into a nursing home after 70? What are the hidden challenges and truths that no one talks about? Picture this. You're leaving the home you've lived in for decades, where every corner holds a memory, and stepping into a new world where everything feels unfamiliar. It's a big change, and it comes with some surprises that might catch you off guard. But here's the good news. Knowing these truths can help you prepare, make informed choices, and even find ways to make this transition smoother and more positive. In this video, we're going to uncover the unexpected truths of moving into a nursing home after 70, so you can approach this decision with confidence and clarity. By the end, you'll have a clearer picture of what to expect and how to navigate this major life change. So, stick with me until the end, because this information could make a real difference for you or someone you love. Moving into a nursing home is a big step, and it's one that many of us or our loved ones will face as we age. In fact, research suggests that about 70% of people over 65 will need some form of long-term care in their lives, with women often needing over 4 years and men around 2 to 3 term. But while nursing homes can provide essential care and support, there are challenges that aren't always talked about. These unexpected truths can affect your emotional, physical, and social well-being. Let's dive into a few of these, starting with the emotional impact. One of the biggest surprises is just how much moving into a nursing home can tug at your heart. There's something called relocation stress syndrome, sometimes known as transfer trauma, that can hit hard when you leave your home. It's not just about moving furniture, it's about leaving behind a place filled with memories, where you know every creak in the floorboards and every neighbor's name. Studies show that up to 63% of people over 75 value their home more for its emotional significance than its monetary worth. So, when you move, it's normal to feel a mix of anxiety, confusion, or even hopelessness. Imagine someone like Mrs. Smith, who spent 50 years in her cozy house. She's used to her morning coffee by the window, waving to the mail carrier and tending her garden. Suddenly, she's in a new place with unfamiliar faces and a schedule she didn't choose. That kind of change can feel overwhelming, and it's something many don't fully expect. Another emotional hurdle is the loss of independence. At home, you decide when to eat, what to watch on television, or when to take a walk. In a nursing home, much of that control shifts. You might have set meal times, scheduled activities, or even need permission to step outside. One resident shared that after moving in, she felt like she'd lost her freedom. Simple things, like choosing when to wake up or what to have for dinner, were decided for her, making her feel more like a guest than someone in charge of her own life. This loss of control can be a tough pill to swallow, especially if you're used to running your own show. Then there's the sting of feeling forgotten. When you first move in, family and friends might visit often, bringing warmth and familiar faces. But over time, those visits can dwindle. Weekly drop-ins might turn into monthly phone calls, and grandchildren's visits might become rare. This can hit especially hard during holidays, when you're longing for family gatherings. It's a reality that can lead to loneliness, and it's something many seniors don't anticipate when they make the move. But it's not just your emotions that take a hit. Your physical health can face challenges too. The stress of moving can do more than make you feel down. It can affect your body. Relocation stress can lead to things like reduced appetite, weight loss, or even a higher risk of falls as you adjust to a new environment. And because nursing homes are shared spaces, there's also a greater chance of catching infections. We saw this clearly during the COVID-19 pandemic, but even in normal times, colds, flu, or other bugs can spread quickly in close quarters, especially for those with weaker immune systems. On top of that, you might find yourself less active than you were at home. Think about IT at home. You might be bustling around, cooking meals, doing light chores, or walking to the mailbox. In a nursing home, many of those tasks are handled by staff, which can lead to a more sedentary lifestyle. One resident noticed her health declined faster because she wasn't moving as much. Meals were brought to her, and there were fewer opportunities to stay active, which led to muscle loss and needing more help, like a wheelchair. It's a change that can sneak up on you. Socially, Nursing homes can be a mixed bag, especially if you're shy or introverted. While many facilities offer activities like bingo or group outings, it's not always easy to jump in and make new friends. Walking into a room full of strangers can feel daunting, especially when you're already navigating so much change. This can lead to feelings of isolation, which can weigh heavily on your well-being. Plus, losing the sense of purpose you had at home can make things tougher. At home, you might have had a garden to tend, a pet to care for, or even just the routine of managing your day. In a nursing home, those responsibilities often fall away, leaving you a time that feels empty. One person described it as feeling like their days stretched on without meaning, which took a toll on their spirit. YelenaStailering.com. These are some of the unexpected truths about moving into a nursing home after 70. Knowing these challenges is the first step to preparing for this transition. By understanding what might lie ahead, you can take steps to ease the journey, whether it's for yourself or someone you care about. There's more to this story, and as we continue, we'll explore other aspects that can help you navigate this change with greater ease and confidence. Before we continue, I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart if you could take a moment to like this video and leave a comment if you find it helpful. Your support means so much to me and helps spread this important information to others who might need it. Now, let's dive deeper into the unexpected truths of moving into a nursing home after 70. We've already talked about the emotional weight of leaving your home, the physical challenges of adjusting to a new environment, and the social hurdles of building new connections. But there's another layer to this transition that deserves our attention: your mental health and how this move can affect your sense of self and well-being. One of the most significant challenges you might face is something called transfer trauma, sometimes referred to as relocation stress syndrome. This isn't just a fancy term, it's a real condition that can hit hard when you move from a place you've called home for decades to a nursing home. Research shows that between 20% and 30% of older adults moving into assisted living or nursing homes experience symptoms of transfer trauma. Next avenue. Picture someone like Mr. Johnson, who spent years in his cozy apartment, surrounded by photos of his kids and grandkids, his favorite armchair, and the morning routine he's perfected. Suddenly, he's in a new room with unfamiliar sounds, different faces, and a schedule he didn't choose. That kind of change can feel like the ground's been pulled out from under you, leading to anxiety, confusion, or even depression. What makes transfer trauma so serious is that it's not just about feeling unsettled. The stress of this move can take a toll on your physical health, increasing the risk of falls, reducing your appetite, or even, in rare cases, contributing to a higher risk of passing away sooner than expected. There's a sobering example from a nursing home in Virginia that had to close, forcing 20 residents to relocate. Tragically, more than half of them didn't survive long after the move. AARP. Stories like this remind us how critical it is to approach this transition with care and preparation. But here's the hopeful part: knowing about transfer trauma means you can take steps to soften its impact. Planning ahead makes all the difference. If you or a loved one are considering a nursing home, try to visit the facility first. Walk the halls, meet the staff, and get a feel for the place. Bringing familiar items from home, like a favorite quilt, a family photo album, or even a small plant can, make the new space feel less foreign. Involving the person in the decision-making process, even in small ways, can also help them feel more in control. These steps might seem simple, but they can go a long way in easing that sense of upheaval. Another truth that often catches people by surprise is how common depression can be in nursing homes. It's one of the most frequent mental health challenges for older adults, and moving into a care facility can make it worse. Many seniors feel like their best days are behind them, like they've lost the spark that made life exciting. According to experts, depression can show up as losing interest in activities you once loved, eating less, sleeping too much or too little, or pulling away from others. Imagine someone who used to light up at family gatherings or enjoy gardening, now sitting quietly in their room, feeling like there's nothing left to look forward to. It's heartbreaking, but it's also something we can address. Recognizing the signs of depression is the first step. If you notice these changes in yourself or a loved one, don't hesitate to talk to the nursing home staff or a doctor. Therapy can be a game changer, whether it's one-on-one sessions or group discussions, where you can share your feelings with others who understand. There's also something called reminiscence therapy, where you talk about your life's memories, your proudest moments, your funniest stories. It's a way to hold on to who you are and find comfort in your past. Including family in these sessions can make them even more meaningful, strengthening those bonds that keep you grounded. Beyond depression, there are other mental health challenges to watch for. Anxiety often creeps in as you adjust to new routines and unfamiliar faces. You might worry about fitting in or feel nervous about depending on others for care. There's also the loss of identity that can come with this move. At home, you had roles that defined you. Maybe you were the one who cooked family dinners, tended the garden, or organized neighborhood events. In a nursing home, those roles often fade, and it's easy to feel like you're not yourself anymore. That sense of purpose can slip away, leaving you with days that feel empty or boring. Social withdrawal is another hurdle, especially if you're naturally shy. Nursing homes might offer activities like card games or movie nights, but walking into a room full of strangers can feel intimidating. It's tempting to stay in your room, but that can lead to loneliness, which only makes things harder. The good news is, there are ways to break this cycle. Finding even one activity you enjoy, maybe a book club or a crafting group, can be a small step toward feeling connected. Here's where family and friends come in as your biggest allies. Their support can make a world of difference. Regular visits, even if they're just for a cup of coffee or a quick chat, can lift your spirits. Phone calls, letters, or care packages with your favorite snacks or a new book can remind you that you're loved and remembered. Family can also encourage you to join in activities or introduce you to other residents, helping you build new friendships. And it's not just about showing up. Staying in touch with the nursing home staff to check on how things are going can ensure any concerns are caught early. Another way to make the transition smoother is to create a sense of home in your new space. Personalizing your room with familiar items can make it feel less like a stranger's place and more like yours. A cozy throw, a framed picture, or even your old radio can bring comfort. Engaging in hobbies or small tasks like helping with a community project or sharing your skills with others can also give you a renewed sense of purpose. These little things add up, helping you feel more like yourself in this new chapter. I know these challenges might sound heavy, but understanding them is the key to taking control. Whether you're preparing for this move yourself or supporting someone you care about, these steps can make the journey easier. You're not alone in this. There are people and resources ready to help you every step of the way. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your feedback means so much and helps me create more content that matters to you. Thank you for being here. And remember, you've got the strength to navigate this change with grace and confidence. We've been exploring the unexpected truths of moving into a nursing home after 70, and I hope you're feeling more prepared for what this transition might bring. We've talked about the emotional weight of leaving your home, the physical and social challenges of adjusting, and the mental health hurdles like depression and anxiety. We've also shared ways to ease those challenges, like bringing familiar items and leaning on family support. Now, let's dive into a few final truths that can help you or your loved one make this move with confidence, starting with one that often catches people by surprise: the financial reality. Nursing home care isn't cheap, and the cost can be a real shock if you're not prepared. In 2025, the median cost for a private room in a nursing home is about $339 per day, which adds up to over $10,000 a month. If you're looking at a semi-private room, it's around $302 per day, or about $9,197 monthly. These numbers vary depending on where you live. For example, in Texas, a semi-private room might cost around $5,647 a month, but in Alaska, it could be closer to $19,845. That's a huge range, and it's something many don't fully consider until they're faced with the bill. Imagine someone like Mr. Thompson, who thought his savings would cover a few years of care, only to realize the costs were eating through his funds faster than expected. Planning ahead is key. Options like long-term care insurance, Medicaid, or even VA benefits for veterans can help. The sooner you start exploring these, the less stressful it'll be when the time comes. Another truth that's critical to understand is that not all nursing homes are the same. The quality of care can differ greatly, and choosing the right one can make all the difference in your experience. Think of it like picking a new home. You wouldn't just move into the first place you see. Start by figuring out what kind of care you or your loved one needs. Is it skilled nursing, help with daily tasks, or specialized memory care? Once you know that, use tools like Medicare's Nursing Home Compare to check ratings, staffing levels, and inspection reports for facilities in your area. Visiting in person is a must. Walk through the halls, chat with the staff, and see how they interact with residents. Does the place feel warm and welcoming? Is it clean and well-maintained? Also, consider the location. Picking a nursing home close to family makes it easier for them to visit. And don't forget to ask about activities, meals, and how they handle complaints. A good nursing home should feel like a community, not just a facility. Here's a practical tip. Pay attention to staffing. A nursing home with enough nurses and aides is more likely to provide the care you need. Experts suggest facilities should offer at least 4.1 hours of nursing care per resident per day, including time with a registered nurse. You can ask about this when you visit or check it on Medicare's website. One family found their loved one's care improved dramatically when they moved her to a facility with better staffing, where she got more attention and felt truly cared for. Family involvement is another piece of this puzzle that can't be overlooked. Moving into a nursing home doesn't mean your family steps back. It's actually a time for them to step up in new ways. Regular visits, even if it's just for a quick coffee or a walk, can brighten your day and keep those connections strong. Phone calls, letters, or small care packages with your favorite treats can make you feel remembered. Families can also play a big role by talking to staff, attending care plan meetings, and making sure any concerns are addressed. Imagine a daughter who visits her mom every Sunday, bringing her favorite cookies and joining her for a bingo game. Those moments mean the world and help both the resident and the family feel connected. If you're a family member watching this, know that your presence makes a huge difference, and it's okay to ask for help from staff or support groups if you're feeling overwhelmed. Now, let's shine a light on something that might surprise younger nursing homes, can be places of joy and connection too. Yes, there are challenges, but there are also opportunities to build a new kind of life. Many residents find a sense of community they didn't expect. Picture Mrs. Rivera, who was nervous about moving in but discovered a knitting group where she made close friends. Or Mr. Lee, who started teaching chess to other residents and found a new sense of purpose. Nursing homes often offer activities like art classes, music nights, or even outings that can spark new interests. Some residents even find romance, forming bonds that bring warmth to their days. These stories remind us that moving into a nursing home isn't just about care, it's about living too. As we wrap up, let's reflect on what we've covered. Moving into a nursing home after 70 can bring emotional challenges, like leaving your home and adjusting to new routines. It can affect your physical health with risks like reduced activity or infections. Socially, it might be hard to make friends at first, and mentally, issues like depression or anxiety can creep in. Financially, the costs are high, and choosing the right facility takes effort. But here's the good news. By knowing these truths, you can take steps to make this transition smoother. Plan for the costs. Choose a quality nursing home. Lean on family, and stay open to the possibilities of new connections and experiences. You're stronger than you might realize, and this change doesn't have to define you. It's just one part of your story. There are people and resources ready to support you, from nursing home staff to community groups to your loved ones. If you're facing this decision, take it one step at a time, and don't be afraid to ask for help. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your stories inspire others and help us all learn. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content to guide you through life's changes. Thank you for joining me today. And here's to embracing this next chapter with courage and hope.